The new fiscal year begins on April 1, but in keeping with the new legislation to get the budget passed before then, the government today tabled the estimates of expenditure for the 2017-18 fiscal year. And those estimates show that the government intends to spend $710 billion during the fiscal year. That means that the government's spending should be 20% higher than last year. Most of the money will be spent paying down the debt. About $310 billion has been set aside to do just that. The next biggest area of spending will be on public sector wages and salaries. $193 billion is allocated to do that, and that figure is 6% higher than last year's allocation and includes sums set aside to meet the expected wage increase for public sector workers, as well as paying arrears to health groups and other workers. The rest of the money, $206 billion, will be spent on programs and capital projects. The Auditor General now has 2 weeks to examine the government's plan before the Standing Finance Committee assesses it to be passed ahead of the debates set to start on March 9. Then, the Finance Minister Audley Shaw will outline how he intends to finance the expenditure, but a hint is already given. The fiscal policy paper tabled on Thursday shows the government expects to raise $523 billion in revenues and grants and borrow another $160 billion. Now that leaves a financing gap of $27 billion. Already there are indications that $16 billion of that amount will be raised from additional and or new taxes, which still leaves $11 billion to be made up. We asked the Finance Minister if the National Housing Trust will be called upon to finance the remaining gap.
That matter, I'll reserve comment on when I speak in the debate. I'll have a fulsome comment to make on that. As you can appreciate, I can't make my budget speech with you at this stage.
On March 9, the speculation will end. Dashan Hendricks, TVJ News.